Today we're going to talk about motion with constant acceleration. So the formula we're going to be using for this type of problem has position as a function of time, initial position, initial velocity in the x direction, time, and acceleration in the x direction. When you have an object that's moving with a constant acceleration, you see it follow these trends. Right here, you can see on a graph of acceleration versus time, it has a constant acceleration. In a graph of velocity versus time, it has a positive linear relationship. And for a graph of position versus time, it has a positive quadratic relationship. So here's an example. A block starts at rest and is pushed to the right by a constant force. This force results in a constant acceleration of 5 meters per second squared. How long does it take for the block to move 437 meters? Here I've written out all the information that we have for this problem. Our initial position, we're assuming, is 0 meters. Our initial velocity in the x direction is 0 meters per second, which is convenient because it'll help make this formula easier in a second. Our acceleration, our constant acceleration in the x direction is 5 meters per second squared. We're solving for time, and our final position will be 437 meters. For this problem, we're going to assume that moving in the right is positive. So here I've written the same formula that was listed above. We've plugged in all the values that were given in the problem, and you can see here that because our initial position and initial velocity in the x direction are both 0, these two first parts of our equation completely cancel out. So now we're left with 1/2 5 meters per second squared and a final position of 437 meters. When you solve this algebraically, you get time squared of 174.8 seconds squared and time of 13.22 seconds. So that's how long it would take for this block to move 437 meters.